Hello everyone, a very pleasant good morning. Me, Mrs. Tejaswini, I am here you to teach a very interested math concept, arithmetic progression. Before knowing arithmetic progression, there are some key points to understand this arithmetic progression. So, in which the first key point is sequence, and the second point is progression. What is this sequence? Sequence is nothing but the numbers which are arranged in a definite order. What is this? Numbers arranged in a definite order. Example for the sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the numbers which are arranged in a definite order. Now what is this progression? Progression is nothing but the sequence of numbers in which the term is related to its succeeding term. Succeeding is nothing but the next term. Let us consider one example. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. This is the sequence in which the first term is related to its succeeding term. This with a definite rule. This is said to be a progression. What is progression? Sequence in which each term is related to its succeeding term with a definite rule. Understood now what is progression? Now let us move on to this arithmetic progression. What is arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression is nothing but the sequence of numbers in which the difference between the two terms is constant. This is the definition. First, let us learn the definition of arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression is nothing but the sequence of numbers in which difference between the two terms is constant. Understood? Now, for example, constant is nothing but the same difference you should have. Now, let us consider one example for this. 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. How many terms do we have here? We have 5 terms. In which arithmetic progression, the first term will be denoted as A. What is A here? A is nothing but 5. Now the difference. How do we indicate the difference in arithmetic progression? D. What is D here? D is nothing but A. This is A. This will be A2, A3, A4 and A5. D is nothing but A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, A4 minus A3. What is A2? 10. 10 minus 5. What is A3? 15 minus 10. 20 minus 15. Are you able to see? So in this, the difference between all these will be the same. It remains as the same. This is said to be a arithmetic progression. Now let us move on to some examples of solving arithmetic progression. In this first example, let us consider 2, 6, 10, 14. This is infinite sequence. Now here we have to find out what is A and what is D. What is A? A is nothing but the first term. A is equal to 2. What is D? A2 minus A1. 6 minus 4, that is equal to 2. Then A3 minus A2, that is nothing but 10 minus 6 is equal to 4. Understood? The difference we are getting it as a constant. Understood how to find out the A and D? Now let us move on to find nth sequence. Nth sequence is nothing but when we have infinite sequence, the nth number we are supposed to find. For that, we have one general formula, that is nothing but an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. A is nothing but the first term, n is nothing but the number of terms. How many number of terms are we supposed to find? That is said to be a nth term. D is nothing but the difference. This is the general formula we have in order to find out the nth number of terms. Now, let us assume now we are supposed to find the nth term. How we are supposed to find the nth term? We'll consider one example for this. Okay. Now, one example for this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and we are supposed to find the 20th term. 20th term. Now, n is nothing but 20. We know n is equal to 20. What is A? A is nothing but the first term, 3. What is D? D is nothing but A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1 is equal to 3. See, in order to know whether the term is constant, let us find it or difference for the two terms. Now, A4 minus A3, 15 minus 12, that is also equal to 3. So, now everything we have got, we know N, we know A, and we know D. So, AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. This is the general formula we have here. So, what is A, children? 3. What is the N? 20 minus 1. What is D? 3. So, 3 plus 20 minus 1 is nothing but 19 into 3. Now, what is 19 threes are? 57. 57 plus 3. Nth term will be 60. A20 is equal to 60. A20 is nothing but 60. Understood, children? Now, in order to find out the sum of all the terms, for that we have the general formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Understood? N is nothing but the same thing. Number of terms, A is the first term and D is the constant. Now, here, sometimes when you know, this is for an infinite sequence. Now, when they have given finite sequence, you have a formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. When you know the last term. Understood? Now, let us consider one example for this. Same example as we did now. 20 terms. We know 20 terms. What was that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And the 20th term was said to be 60. Now, S20 we are supposed to find. What is N? N is equal to 20 terms. S20 is equal to 20 by 2 into what is A, children? 3 plus 20 minus 1 into D. What is D? 3. Now, this and this get cancels. This becomes 10. 2 3s are 6 plus 19 3s are 57. 57 plus 6 will be 63. 63 plus 10 will be 73. This is the answer. Understood, children? Now, let us find out for a finite sequence. One example for this will be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 49. We know the last term. Yes or no, children? What is L? A is 1. What is D, children? D is 2 and L is 49. We don't know N. How do we find out N now? We have this formula. An is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. What is An? An is nothing but L. 49 is equal to, what is A? 1 plus n minus 1 into, what is D? 2. 49 is equal to 1 plus 2n minus 2. What happens when you have one positive and one negative integer? We are supposed to subtract 2n minus 1. When the negative integers moves on to the left hand side, what happens? We get 49 plus 1. It becomes positive, that is equal to 2n. 50 is equal to 2n. Now, we are supposed to divide it. 50 by 2 is equal to n. How much do we get? N is equal to 25. Now, we have this formula, no? Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. What is n, children? 25 by 2. What is a? 1. What is l? 49. 25 by 2 into 50. 2 ones are 2, 25s are becomes 50. 25 into 25 becomes 625. Now today, in today's class, we learnt all these things. Thank you.